Yo. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Remedy. It's your girl Remedy Williams. Please join me on my other platform on Facebook at Remedy Williams and on Instagram at pretty.tentacles. Let me turn this down. I knew it was too loud, but I'm like, the vibration. Welcome to the live. Okay. So look, y'all. I'm coming at you. I wanted to do all signs. I thought I wanted to do, get back to doing my zodiacs because I really do love astrology. But I just feel like I needed to do a collective message for my chosen ones, my anointed ones, my star seeds, those which are called to the light. Okay, I just find that none of us are the same. I can see my door song. Okay, we're all called to the light in a different way. Sometimes religion brings us, sometimes it's spirituality, sometimes it's crime that brings us to God, but ultimately, ain't you glad to be here? Ain't you be glad to be on the flip side of, of the good side? Okay. Lord, it's spiritual war out here. And my biggest recommendation for everybody is stay close to God. Like, this is time for you to really start praying. This is the time for you to really meditate and be quiet and solitude. I just downloaded the Bible app, but I want to buy myself a physical Bible. It's been years as someone on the spiritual journey to come back and be like, yeah, I think I should read some scripture because Jesus was a master mason. Okay. Jesus was a witch. Jesus is an alchemist. Okay. And what I'm finding is that, even though I grew up in Christianity, I grew up as a Christian. And when I became a young adult, I had my own studio. In fact, we created a record label and we were recording people and everything. And just due to the nature of the music industry, I really fell back from it because of my relationship with God. I really was just like, I'm not trying to sell my soul to the devil. And I just seen how that energy was starting to manifest, and I fell all the way back from the music scene. Beautiful thing is that I've been on a freaking journey, and God brought me right back to the music. And He didn't say, but you can only do, Christian music, or you can only do this. No, God said, do you? And that's what I just love about my journey is that, God walked me right out the church. He walked me right out the church. And in fact, when I left my church that I belonged to, I had a conversation with my pastor, and I said, what the fuck's up with these lies? Okay. And he didn't have no explanation. He went to theology school. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not ready for that. But I was like his favorite person in the church. It wasn't a very big church. I was his favorite person. I used to pray at the altar every Sunday. I was convicted by stuff. I just believe in God, like, for real, and I just was trying to figure it out. I was trying to understand God. Like, how do I be in alignment? And how you get in alignment with God? Get in alignment with yourself. And that's the beautiful, most wonderful, most magical thing that I have learned in my discovery and my walk with God is like, God ain't asking me to be like someone else. God ain't saying follow that person's instructions, follow that person's instructions. Some of these laws that are in the Bible, it's like we kind of got to be a little bit cautious of just taking it word for word, and you just got to have a relationship with God. You can ask God, is this cool or not? Because we're in 2022, okay? Like, interpretation matters, okay? So like certain things like what to and to not to eat, well, that's just common sense, okay? And I think a lot of the laws actually keep us out of trouble in in a lot of ways. They really do, okay? But I think more than anything, the laws are written on our hearts. The law is written on our hearts because based on your life, your experience, like there's people who are murderers, okay? In our society, murderers, they go to jail. And if they're not, then they are dangerous to society. But back in the day, okay, people would die and stuff more often. It was more normal for random deaths, okay? And I just know that there's some very important people in the Bible who did commit those types of crimes, who are still anointed and raised on high to a higher place. So I guess, like, I brought that up because you don't know somebody's walk. Like I said, some people come through the church, some people come through the candles, some people come through the crimes. Okay. And we just have to respect everybody's walk. I just asked God to speak through me. I just prayed before I came on here, so I don't know what we're talking about at all. I got one deck of cards, and I don't think that's the one to use. He got that shit back. Every reader has like her main cards, you know what I'm saying? Like these are the ones, you know what I mean? And like these other ones, they tell different stories, but these are the ones. I actually just want to get a reading from the top of this, right here. Okay, we're talking. It's spiritual war every fucking day. Okay, and you need to be prepared for it. Okay, miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the goddess, Ashe. Okay. Here's this one. Into the chamber of healing. Okay, so we got this healing energy here. And initiation. Amen. Spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. Okay. Yeah, so spiritual war. Spiritual testing feels a lot like spiritual war. Okay. There's things coming. It's like when God allows things to come up against us. He's like, you're rested? You're rested? Hey, what's up? JC Flynn. I don't exactly understand your statement, but ha 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 too. Yeah, I probably said something that you're responding to, and I'm like, huh? But I can't really remember while I'm channeling. I have to actually watch these videos again. Okay, so yeah, I really feel like we are being initiated into a higher level. Okay, thank you, God. So we're being initiated into a higher level right now. So we are being tested continuously. We're tested to keep healing ourselves. I want to read this one. There's miracles, like expect miracles. Expect God to start working on your behalf, okay? Oh, you can tell these are my favorite cards because they're like worn out, huh? Yeah, them the ones. Okay. So let's see. I want to read what page? Miracle of Isis, 106. I'm a weird person about numbers, so every time I like see a number, I like add them together. I'm like 106, that equals 7. Okay, this must be a divine message. I've been like that since a kid. I used to add the numbers to the clock together as I was like laying in bed. Okay, Isis was known as a talented practitioner of the healing arts and was capable of miraculous healings. For you, beloved, she offers a miracle healing. No matter how much you have struggled with a particular matter, no matter how impossible it may seem to imagine your life without this old wound, addiction, problem, relationship, issue, or inner struggle, being a part of it, you are guided now to accept the possibility of miraculous healing, to let go and let the goddess be. Okay, so that I wanted to know what this was about. So it's, you know what? I threw my weed away again. Okay, because I'm ascending right now and I don't need that. I don't need anything clouding my mind. And if I'm gonna do it, then I need to like do it in a ritualistic manner, not in an addictive habit type of manner. And I've been called to like eat less, drink a ton of water. I had to stop drinking coffee for real. Okay. Like I'm allowed a little bit of coffee these days. Okay. And so, yes, and it's miraculous. Like for me to like throw the weed away or to just keep being like, I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. That's miraculous for me. Okay. And I feel like we're healing. I mean, I just feel like we're able to, this healing, it seems so like unimportant, but that's what the spiritual war is about because they can't get. Okay, so the wound is where the light comes in, but it's also where you can be taken apart and destroyed, So it's like if we could let the light in, okay, into those wounds, it then, it seals up like gold, right? I think in Chinese or Japanese culture, like if they break a bowl, they'll use gold to mend it back together, to put it back together. And it's basically symbolic of being better after being broken. Period. Yeah, so you're being initiated. So if you feel like there's a lot of pressure against you, if you feel like all your old wounds are coming up, just know that that this is all just for you to go through. Okay, it's not happening to you; it is happening for you, 100%. Okay, the spiritual warfare is happening to make you stronger. I'm just like, I don't know if you can see that candle, that yellow candle back there. Um, it says calling my energy back, because I was under a lot of spiritual attack. I was under like black magic and that type of stuff. I was friends with someone who I thought was like me, reading cards, had a community. So be careful who you fuck with in the spiritual realm. Make sure that you have a God. Like for real. Like I'm not even saying that you got to choose my God. I'm saying choose something to keep you grounded, because she's lost. Like she just went evil. And I guess that's what her purpose is, to be evil in this world, because but I don't think she had to choose that. I think she chose that. I think she chose to be evil. But that's because she didn't really know God. If she see me, I'm in these cards, but this is after a long time of being in the Bible, being in this church, being a mother, being a wife. Okay, those things require God. Being a mother, being a wife, okay, that requires God. Okay, and so with all that shit, like then I started doing divination, and started really allowing myself to dip into the supernatural. Okay. But I know that if I get lost or if the devil starts talking to me, I'm running back to God. Like I know where to go. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like, so just be careful, because you could definitely be getting deceived. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you doing that. I actually just told my story on Facebook about what happened to me. I may post it here on YouTube, but you know, it sucks to be betrayed. It does, and it's scary too. It's scary too, because it's like, damn, like you want my life? Like why? Because I know that you're evil. What? So, but I feel I'm protected. Ultimately, God is just so good to me. He's just not going to let anything happen to me. So I'm not going to be afraid to speak. Because they tried to stop my throat chakra. They tried to yeah, see, it's like getting the message. See, when I don't read cards for myself, like I don't be at home and here like trying to figure. No, like if I want to know an answer from God, I'm just gonna pray about it, right? But this allows me to see things from a perspective outside of myself. Now I be all up in the energy, but I don't know where I was going with that. Basically, you got to have a God in your life, okay? If you want to be dabbling in the spiritual realm, you not need to be really connected with your ancestors. Like this person, she wasn't connected with anything. She was like, she's a Google witch. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why she has no protection. So let's leave her out of the thing. I've been doing zodiacs, but I can't read for Aries right now because I'm too biased. Maybe one day I'll be able to read for Aries again. Initiation. Yeah, this is all an initiation. This whole process for me has been a complete initiation. It's been an initiation into a higher level. That's why, like the weed, the coffee, everything, I have to like really separate myself from, because I want to go up. I was listening to, I think her name's the Divine Maverick Show. And woo, she is a channeler. Oh. She be speaking in tongues and stuff. And like for my soul, like when she speaks in tongues, like I understand what she's saying. I just be like, oh, I can't speak in tongues yet. I feel like I can speak in tongues, but I've never tried. Um, and so I brought her up because she was speaking on having leveling up, and how leveling up looks a lot like making changes in our life. Like, we might be like, oh, we're going to the next level, going to the next level, and you're just like over here meditating, like, I'm leveling up. No, you're on the next level when you start making different choices. That's how you actually ascend, So it's just, I don't know. I love the practicalness of spirituality and the spiritualness. Like there's a component of both, and I'm just really loving that. Okay, so yeah, we are being initiated. So do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. In fact, face your fears head on. Like if you it's funny. I love how this woman tried to end my life so I could still be here. Because I know that she said so my husband's an alcoholic. We're actually separated, but we're still married, and he lives here. We have 4 kids. And but he's low vibing because of that. And so, you can't really get to me because I'm already vibrating too high, especially if I'm aware of you. When the high priestess is aware of the black magic, all she has to do is, take a shit and it's gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, dear God, let this boo-boo clear out the black magic and it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's energy. But like for somebody, my husband, he's not where I'm at all. In fact, he's very karmic towards me, and I just be praying like, dear God, please help me figure this shit out, because I don't want to be around him no more. But in fact, she sent an energy to him that was very demonic. I had a demonic energy in my house, right? But I guess what I did I get scared? No. Hi, demon. What's your name? What you talking about? What's your problem? Oh, you're the demon of shame? Well, let's talk about it. What are we ashamed of? Oh, okay. Yep. That hurts. I'm not ashamed anymore because I like my life today. I like everything I've been through because it made me who I am today. Demon's like, I feel you on that. I don't got to be ashamed either. And then and it's like, I'm just saying it was like that, like I always feel like I'm dancing with the devil, and that's that initiation energy here. Is because when when you're being tested, that devil energy is going to come around. Thank you so much. I really truly appreciate that. I really do, and I receive that 100%. Okay, but yeah, if you're dancing with the devil, like sometimes when I'm joking about it, I'll be like, yeah, I can dance with the devil. And then when I feel that energy, I'm like, no, don't touch me. But like, yeah, deal with your own demons. It's like if they try to send something, or if your demons come up out of you because, you need to do your healing work, make friends. Like, that's another thing that I've learned about my walk, is that it's not all about love and light, love and light, love and light. No, you got to be able to do some darkness, because if somebody comes up against the kingdom, you need to protect the kingdom. You need to have enough self-love to say, you don't deserve to cross me, and I will make justice for me. Okay? And so I just kind of I've been growing and accepting, more of my dark side too. Not to do evil against anyone, but to be able to defend myself, to do right by me, to defend God. God is a God of war. Okay, I don't know why I just heard it. I said, you will hear wars, and there will be wars and rumors of wars. And we're in times of that. And it's, yeah. So the veil is thin as fuck. Ooh, another thing. And this has happened. My father passed in July. He's my birth father. So not the one who raised me, but I connected with him 3 years ago. And he was so happy that I was his child and that I have 4 kids. Like I was adopted at birth, and he was only 16 when I was born. But he was just so happy. Like, my father spent most of his life in jail. So he's like, I did do one good thing. I'm his only daughter. Okay. He's like, I did do one good thing. And I had this daughter, and he used to watch my videos on Facebook. And if I wasn't going live a lot, he would check on me. And we had some FaceTime calls, and he talked to my kids and stuff like that. But he did tell me that he was going to die. He had a heart condition. And I didn't really believe him. but he did die. He did. But let me tell you something. The day he died, I was on an airplane. I fell asleep on that airplane. And I woke up like I am a Hayoka empath. Okay. So through my father's side, he's Native American. So I fell asleep, had a dream that told me I was a Hayoka empath. Okay. And then I woke up and I was feeling all Indian, like, yeah, yes, I am. And I went to this hotel in LA. It's like a historic hotel. I didn't know that when I booked it. It's called the Biltmore. Or when I booked the room. So I'm in the hotel. I just got there. They're like, okay, you can't check in for like an hour. So I'm like, okay, well, let me go look around the hotel. This lady in the hotel is like, oh yeah, this place is definitely haunted. I was like, me being the person I am, right? I was like, what you mean haunted? She's like, oh, it's not bad, but yeah, you see that? And I see like a little orb, and she's like, oh yeah, there was a spirit right there, and I seen them dancing in my room. I was like, oh my god, like, is this hotel haunted? I hit the corner and I see this is a historic hotel, a celebrity hotel that is historic, right? And I was like, holy crap, this place probably is haunted. So when I finally got my room, I just feel like I need to show this part. When I finally got my room, the room I got had a window that had me facing like a wall, like. And it just was dark and dingy. I was like, this is not the room for me. So they gave me a new room. And so, and I just feel like it had something to do with the spirits. Okay. But anyways, I was still waiting for my room at the time after the lady said she knew that there was ghosts in here. And then I seen like, yeah, this is definitely a place where ghosts would live. And then I sit down to like plug my phone up and wait for my room to be ready. And I look on my phone, and my dad's girlfriend had messaged me saying that my father passed. And, you know, I just had my own, like, I was doing a thing. Like I was at an event, and I was also moving from California to Atlanta. Y'all, I had literally driven from California to Texas, flew back to LA for an event where I learned my father passed. And then I had to fly back to Texas and then keep driving to Atlanta. That's the mission I was on while I'm hearing the news of my father's passing. And I'm telling all that story because, you know, his spirit came to me immediately, and he's been dwelling with me ever since. He's out here in Atlanta with me. And I had to let go of the fear of ghosts to be able to accept my father's spirit in my life. That's basically what I was saying, is that just like I had to let go of like the fear of like demons and shit like that. When I came out here to Atlanta, I knew that my father's spirit was around, but I wasn't used to that whole ghostly issue. You know, when I came out here, I started driving around. There's graveyards everywhere. Okay? It ain't like that in California. Like in California, like graveyards are like off to the side. They're not just like in your neighborhood. Okay. But it's different out here in the South because it's old. And so it would freak me out a little bit, or I would feel the energy. I don't know what it was, but I would just notice very much the graveyards, you know? And at first I wanted to kind of have this like type feeling towards it, but I couldn't, right? Because my dad was already dead. And so I was like, well, I can't hate the spirits because I know my dad's spirit is with me. So it helped me to accept death and understand it as a part of life and really appreciate it. So now when I drive past graveyards, I say, hi, or I'll say, thank you, you know, because I still get a weird energy. Like, I feel like they're like, whoa, to me when I go past. But I have appreciation for it and not a fear of it. So we can't be in fear. We have to, there's nothing to fear, you know? Yeah, there's nothing to fear. Nothing at all. But that was my story. My story of how, you know, don't be afraid of some of the taboo that we were taught. If you grew up in the church or whatever, like, let that shit go. Even divination, I was thinking to myself, like they said, like in the Bible, it says, don't use crystals, don't use cards, don't use this, don't be listening to your intuition. That sounds like a setup to me. Okay. I don't think God said, I think, and then also it says, don't worship no other gods before me. I agree. Okay. Don't worship no, but that doesn't say don't speak to any other spirits. Okay. Now, obviously, you could get yourself, I can see why they would say don't do that, because it can be dangerous. Okay. But if you have a personal relationship with God, you're good. Because you can always be like, should I be talking to the spirit? Should I be talking to the spirit? Should I be, so that's just something that has come to me as I'm kind of feeling thrust back into like the Bible and submitting to that, or really wanting to learn from scripture. I'm like, okay, well, because I went through a period of time where I was a Hebrew Israelite, which is a biblical Jew, basically, like Old Testament only type. And that's all about the laws. And I was such a Hebrew Israelite that I pulled my kids out of school and I started homeschooling them, and I started trying to live like a Hebrew. But then there was so much contradiction, and you really have to just be led by the Spirit. Like, there's no book, there's no thing that says this is how to be a Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not. Because we already know that the Bible is tainted and mixed up with different scriptures, from just different, what do you call that? Different, it's not all just one thing. It's many things, and it was rewritten and for control over the masses. That doesn't mean there's not good information in there. Okay, it just means that you have to be aware of that. You have to use discernment when you're reading. Woo! You know what, girl? I totally prayed before I came on. I said, God, I don't know what I'm about to talk about today, but you can talk through me, okay? And it feels good. Yeah, you said written and rewritten. Absolutely. So, and that's why, just it's the personal relationship. And it's like, you don't have to be perfect out here in the spiritual realm. You don't have to never make a mistake. You don't. All you have to do is, honestly, like, if we want to have a religion, love. Okay? Because if you love someone, then you can offer them forgiveness, compassion, all that. Okay? But the standard is love. Did we act in love today? All right. Well, it's okay if you know what I'm saying? Like, even getting a divorce, like, divorce is like this huge thing, right? Or it was. And it's like you could love someone and divorce them. Like, sometimes allowing someone to go on their own way is the act of love. So, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, self-care and integration. Okay. So yeah, that integration is really standing out to me, like that whole initiation things. It's like, so yeah, whatever it is that the ascension or whatever downloads you've recently received, they want you to integrate that into your life. Okay. It's perfectly fine to pull back from other people and just do you. You don't have to announce it to anyone and say, hey, I've had a sudden change of heart. In fact, I actually would recommend that you kind of keep these secrets to yourself until you are strong enough in your faith, until God is kind of giving you some proof, or until you're really just like, I'm about that life. Like, I'm not going to be scared. Like with the situation, with the karmic situation and the bad witch and all that stuff, I refrained from speaking on social media about what I was experiencing until I had the physical proof that this is happening. When I saw she was pregnant, I knew what was up. Okay. So it says, worry not, detach and move on, and free will. Okay. Don't be afraid of anything during this initiation process. Don't be afraid of anything ever. Okay. Except for to lose God. Be afraid of signing the devil's contract. Okay. Like, be afraid of that, because I don't know. I just feel like there's some people who will be deceived. Okay. There are a lot of false prophets. Okay. There's a lot of false prophets. It's hard to say how to tell. And that's why you have to have a personal relationship with God. And, if you're going to read tarot, or like if you're going to watch tarot, you should read tarot. There's many different ways to interpret it. So you'll be able to say, like, this bitch making shit up, or she's only choosing to look at certain things from a certain perspective. Also, I would choose, I would definitely like pray before watching, and then I would also just be mindful of what you watch. I'm telling you, just be mindful, because even me, like sometimes I make myself sick watching tarot. My mind be like, bitch, if you don't turn this shit off and listen to some binaural beats, okay, because it'd be like entertaining. I don't like TV, you know, but because it's dealing with the spirit, you just got to be careful. You just got to be careful. So yeah, you have your own free will. Like, you know, as much as God would love for you to join the light squad, okay, and received his inheritance, right? You have the free will to not do that, or to waste your time, or to waste your life, or to keep playing. You know what I'm saying? But I just really feel like right now, um, with the veil being so thin, just be smart about your life. Like, don't be so 3D. You know, don't stay in a job that you hate because you're like, that's all I got. Like, I'm telling you, if you take a leap of faith towards something that you love, you will be blessed. You'll be very, very blessed. And it's going to be, you know, if you could to tell whether or not someone is for you or not, it's like, do they encourage you to follow your heart? Do they encourage you to live a wholesome life, you know, or to do your talents? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta know. Some people be haters, is what I'm trying to say. Some people be haters when it comes to like, oh, I'm thinking about quitting my job. They'd be like, but what about your house payment? You know, it's like, well, I had a little saved. I was thinking I'd be successful in this one. You know, just be careful. Because I have this detach and move on energy here. So there's definitely somebody in your life that you are going to need to let go during this initiation process. Right now, it's besides for getting ready for the karmic situation, I also have a twin flame. And just in the last week or two, I really had to give him to God. You know, I really, like, I thought about, I said, God, am I supposed to blow the flame out when I'm done? Like, no, God was like, don't blow it out. Don't blow it out. He ain't going to be able to see. But basically, I just, instead of carrying the torch and making my twin like this thing that I had to hold on to, this space, leaving the space, no. That twin is meant to come back. If someone's meant to be in your life, they will come back, and you will not have to like beg for it or go searching for it. So allow, if you're not sure about a person, just kind of give it to God. You know, give it to God. Buddhism is good for letting go. You know what? I have this one book. I think, what was it called? Let me see if I can see it. I don't see it. Maybe I didn't bring it. Maybe I didn't make it here. It is like a Buddha type of book. I had also read a book about Taoism too, but the Buddha book was called, it was something like How to Be Happy or something like that. Uh, so yes, I definitely might want to tap into that. You know, I really feel like, yeah, you could definitely learn a lot about love through Buddha and how to practice it in a reality and how to. What else? There's a lot of practicality. Non-attachment. It teaches non-attachment. Okay. Yes. Okay. Oh my God. Non-attachment is like, yeah, detach and move on, right? So that's the thing. Like, even with my twin, it's like, I didn't say go away forever. I hate you. You know what I'm saying? It was more like detach. Like, I don't need to hold on to you. Like, if you're meant to stay in my environment, you will, you know? Um, and I think that's with everybody, even like in my marriage, you know, uh, it's like he wants to hold on to me. It's like, bro, we're not even good for each other. We're not even good for each other. So stop being so attached to your ego and what you think it should be. Just let go. Like, maybe we could be friends. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yes. Yes. Holy powers, let me know what else I need to see and talk on in regards to spiritual warfare. Okay, Sagittarius energy. I was talking about my twin. He's a double Sag, so I'm like, what are you doing here? But anyways, the adventure of they're telling me, and this may be for your divine masculine too, or the divine masculine within, is that your masculine is on an adventure. He is on the journey. Amen. Okay. He is ascending. Look at that. Okay. Divine masculine. So you want to be, look, he's healing. Okay. For sure. With the moon in Leo, my moon is in Leo. This is all about don't be so boastful. It's important time to guard against being self-centered or over opinionated or pushy. Okay. I don't see why. Okay. More Sagittarius. Oh my God. Be prepared to be adaptable as plans you have laid may take an unexpected course. Okay. Initiates. Okay. You might think you're going one way, right? You know how it's like the roller coaster? You're like, and then, you know, it might take an unexpected turn without all the drama I was trying to create. It might take an unexpected turn. So don't be alarmed. Be prepared to be adaptable. So they're not saying you're not getting what you want. You're not going where you wanted to go. It's saying adapt to the situation. Okay. All right. Thank you, initiates. Okay, we got Gemini energy coming through. This is communication and social. I really feel when you're ready, you're going to be, people are going to see you as a different person. Your communication style is going to be different and you're going to be more vocal. This may, some people aren't going to like it, but a lot of people are going to love it. That's something that I have to remember. Even though I was gang stalking, I had this group of people who was after me, right? There's a lot more people who love me and appreciate me. You know, there's a lot more people who ain't hating. And we just got to be ready for that. So like the people who you may know personally, yeah, they probably not going to like to see you rise. But those who come to your soul tribe, you know, on your adventure, on your voyage, okay, then like they're not going to be haters. They're going to have a heart similar to you, you know. And if you've ever been hurt in the past, you know, that's part of the healing work, so that you can say, I'm really, instead of being like, I was with a man for 5 years and then he cheated on me and then he went and he gave everything and he was a great man and married this other woman and I'm just heartbroken, you know. You could be like, I wasted 5 years with that man, right? No, you didn't waste 5 years with him. You learned a lot of lessons about the type of relationship you don't want. Okay? You saw a lot of red flags that now you'll be super aware of. You grew strong enough to walk away from something that was toxic to you. You know, you now know how to put people who you love in their place, you know, like we were talking about, to detach. Okay. So it's like, no, you don't need to go back and say, I wasted 5 years of my life. No, you're exactly who you're supposed to be right now. And if you don't like who you are right now, you have the power to change it. When we start being like, well, that man, he stopped me from being my greater version. Take all your power back by saying, I allowed myself to be in that situation. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to go be great. Okay. And this is the art of war. I do feel there will be many challenges to overcome. And then we got this Aries energy coming out here with the radical. I feel like you're going to have to take a radical approach to certain things. I just really feel like, I don't know, I'm like noticing her boob heart. I'm like, oh, I want a tattoo like that. Like, wouldn't that be fancy? Okay. But this is doing things on your own, you know, being on your own mission. Yeah. You know what's crazy is I really like astrology because I've been, you know, I don't want to be like every other tarot reader. And it's like, yes, I'm a twin flame, but I don't really feel like it's healthy to only do twin flame readings. I really feel like I want people to be on mission. Like, okay, so what I feel like my purpose is to like say, love yourself, be yourself, do your talent. Your talent is your job. That's how you make your money. So that's like kind of like what I want to do. But I feel like I'm kind of getting called to speak a lot on spiritual warfare and kind of like make a lot of videos in regards to how to fight in the spirit realm. So thank you guys so much for being here. He said, no, there's no more to the journey. Oh, there's more to the journey. Absolutely. Exactly. Yes. Yes, there is more to the journey. Like not until you're dead. It ain't over till you're dead. And even then you get a whole transition, like, look, I don't know if this bitch had a voodoo doll or if God was teaching me a lesson or what, but I was feeling these weird heart pings, right? And it was really unusual. That's why I'm like, maybe it was a voodoo doll. Because I'm telling you, this person would do that. Okay, this person would do that. This is not like over the head. No. But I was feeling these heart pains, right? And I was like, God, am I dying? Because I ain't finna go to the damn doctor. I ain't going to the damn doctor. Like, I don't do that. Like, you go to the doctor. I ain't going. Not unless something broke or I'm bleeding or something like that. Or like, I just know. But I believe that we heal ourselves with food. That's period. I don't give a fuck who you are. We heal ourselves with food. Water, green juice. Okay? So anyways, I was feeling these pings. And I through that process, like, I don't know what the intention was. I don't know. Maybe there is something wrong with me. I don't know. But I told God this. Let me tell you something. I gave that to God too. I was like, God, if I need to go to the hospital, like, just help me get to the hospital, okay? But like, I will face death. I am not going to be silent. I feel like it was a huge distraction because it was like one day I woke up with this heart weirdness. And a lot of people, there's people in the collective say that we were ascending, and they mentioned having heart flutters. There's a girl, she's a twin flame reader. She's been on for years. Her name is Guided by Angels. And I hadn't watched her in years. Okay. Because this is a different channel from my original channel that I was on that has like all the readers I used to watch. I hadn't watched her in years. And somehow she ended up in my algorithm again. And she made a video all of a sudden about ascension pain, and she's like, look, y'all, I went to the hospital, I felt the heart flutters, I was tripping, so I went. And I just want to let you know, like, I'm actually fine. So if you felt that, you might actually just be okay, but obviously go check on yourself. Legally we cannot say, don't, you're good, don't go to the doctor. Like, no, we cannot do that. And nor would I want to, because not everybody comes with the same issue. But so yeah, it could have been like some ascension shit, but regardless, I talked to God about it, and I was just like, whatever. Like, if all I got is today, then I guess I need to get to work. Then I guess I need to start speaking. Then I guess I need to start creating. Then, and that's how I'm gonna live my life. That's how I'm gonna live my life. Like, let me stop procrastinating, because tomorrow is not promised. It is not. I'm not completely karma free. I ain't never really hurt nobody, but I've eaten bad. That's bad karma. I did things I knew I wasn't supposed to do it when I did it. Mostly like about my health. As far as like karma that I may have created. That's why I'm like, I've had too much coffee. That's bad karma. Like, that's where I'm at. I'm like, Lord. And when I moved here, I started smoking cigarettes, which I hadn't smoked cigarettes in 7 years, since I had been pregnant with my third son. But I'm a weed smoker, or I have been. I'm less of a weed smoker now. But when I was driving here, I didn't want to smoke weed on the road because that's just gonna make me tired. I can't drive for 6 hours smoking a blunt, okay? But so I would, on our breaks, I would start smoking cigarettes with my husband, who I'd been separated from, but he was driving with me. He lives here now. But he was smoking cigarettes. So I was like, let me get one. Now, he was smoking them, but when I moved here, y'all, I started chain smoking them bitches. Like, I just had a lot of anxiety. Like, okay, I made the big move. I just moved across the country. I got to figure out how to make money. How am I going to keep my life together? And that's just kind of where I was at. So I smart spoken. And so I was just like, I know I created negative karma with that. Like, I know that, like, there could be physical consequences. Okay. And so that's why I'm just like, okay, God, I'm gonna just keep doing my work until the day I die. And yes, and my dad, right, with the heart issues. Yeah. Okay. I know, right? Right. No, the family. I feel like I'm breaking generational curses. Like if I could just stick to coffee or not. This is coffee, by the way. But like, it's not. This is only one cup. Yes, we dip and rise, but keep striving. Exactly. So I'm just kind of like, if I could be a healthy person, that's hella curses I broke on both sides of the family. Like if I could really just be like healthy, fit, and be vegan or something, that'd be breaking so many curses in my family. Um, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. I do. I do. I do. It hurts when people try to come and stop you from loving yourself. Try to stop you from what you know is for you. Okay, so we're just gonna pull a few tarot just to see what else comes out. Thank you so much, my dear. I am just so happy. I appreciate you. See, God is good because God said I was gonna get new friends. God said I was gonna get new friends, and I'm excited about that. I think the healing is really occurring when you're like, you know what, like I'm not afraid of people. I'm not afraid of relationships. I'm not afraid to try again, and that's when you know you're healed. It's when you're not mad. And actually, the more I really think about things, I'm like, I'm really glad. Like, imagine if this fake friend, like imagine if I wasn't listening to tarot and wasn't knowing that she was doing black magic and wasn't knowing that she was like doing these scandalous. Like, imagine if I had kept her in my life for longer. Imagine, oh my God, imagine if I had got pregnant by the dude. Like, I'm just so glad. As much as it bothered me to see them together, it was like, y'all motherfuckers deserve each other. Like there's no way that you're gonna be happier than me, okay? Like there's no way. Woo! Here goes the tower. Okay, here, what is this about? That's enlightenment, right? What is this? What is this? What do we need to know? Ooh, I feel like there could be either you're causing towers for someone or someone could be trying to cause towers for you. Now you could just be causing towers by speaking on truth, somebody could be exposing you. Let me see, what is this? Yes, something's being exposed. This may actually be the fact that I just did a tell-all video. Okay. Or the fact that I'm like gonna start speaking more on spiritual warfare, which, like, I don't know, it's just gonna highlight what has been done to me. Let's see, what else is this? Yeah, it's a new beginning. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Ace of Coins. Yeah. This tower is coming down to create something new. Okay, what is this? Like, I feel like we're not in the tower, though. Like, I feel like we're not in the tower. I feel like we're watching the tower. Four of Swords. Yeah, we're in a meditative state over here. Okay, we're like, God, why that happened to them? Why not? Ooh, you know how the kids be like when they see, like, oh my God, mommy, what's happening? Like, what's going on over there? Page of Wands. Yeah, I feel like we're about to get. Look, the secret's about to be exposed. Something's about to come down, but it is a new beginning. It is a new beginning. Yeah, new seeds to be planted. And in a way, it feels like starting over. Okay? It feels like starting over a little bit, or it might feel like, say you were in a marriage or something like that falls apart, then you feel like, oh, I took a step back, only got half the money, da-da-da. Yes, okay. But so yeah, like you might feel the energy of starting over. Like me, I need all new friends, right? Like I need a new love partner. I need some new friends. I need, whatever. I need to restart my business because we were all in business together. Okay, So I had really held myself back from my spiritual business because of them. Because I was, we were in a detox business together, cleanses and stuff. And like my masculine, the karmic masculine, he was like, he just disapproved. He disapproved of me and my intuition. Yeah, I got new ideas coming through. Okay. That is the energy of fertility as well, but I'm really seeing more like, I drew a picture. Look, mommy. More of that look, mommy energy. Okay. I just feel like, we're in a childlike energy with God in our relationship with God. Like God is taking care of us. Like we're his children. Amen. Thank you. Okay. But I feel like, look, and we're presenting like, okay, he's like, now that I've protected you and I got all the fuck shit out of your life, now what you gonna do? And this is that other part of my purpose is your talent. It's not for you to go get another job. Okay. Not to say that we don't need to work while we are building ourselves up, but your talent. Okay. Either you know how to draw, write, sing, dance, build stuff. You're super ultra brainiac. You're a teacher, whatever. Thank you. Open roads. Okay. And I feel like you're going to have multiple streams of income. Multiple streams. Okay. Please excuse my nails. It's time. It's time. So yeah, I'm really seeing this as multiple streams. Like you planted seeds. I feel like you already have stuff. I really feel like you already have things like that you can either tap into, or maybe, maybe you like wrote down the idea once. I don't know, but I just feel like there's already something growing there for you. But ultimately, just focusing on who you are and what you want to bring to the world. Because, like I said, we could die any day. Any day. So, do you want to work for Walmart or do you want to work for yourself and build a legacy? Okay. That's a huge difference between why I know I'm not supposed to be with my husband, even though he is a higher level soulmate, and I'm grateful to him. Okay. He's more like, I'm going to get this job and work there for the rest of my life. And I'm like, I'm so far beyond that. Like, no. He even said some stuff. He was working at a paper mill who he got fired from because they were racist. Okay. And that's why I'm kind of like, why do you rely on these companies when they can just kick your ass to the curb? Like, but he's just not in that mindset. Like, he's going to have to grow. One thing I've learned about men, you can't change them. Okay. But I just remember him saying, yeah, he talking about our oldest son. Yeah, he could work at the paper mill with me. And I was just kind of like, nigga, no. Like, why? I would never be like, go get a job to my kids. I'm trying to have my kids, unless they're kids. But I want my children to be able to start. My children are very talented. They are artistic. They are so smart. Like, they're better than me. Okay. And so I'm gonna be telling my kid, just over broke. Exactly. I'm sick of being just over broke. Like, if I'm gonna struggle, I'd rather struggle at working for myself, So, because I'm definitely gonna struggle working just over broke, like for real. And so, yeah, I'm getting this Nine of Wands energy is looking at me. I'm putting it back though. There could be some blockages. It's always some bullshit trying to stop you. Okay, what else do we need to know? Oh yeah, keep going, move forward. That's why I put that back. Ain't no blockages. Okay. Entrepreneur, yes. I love the fact that as entrepreneurs, there's no limits. Like, we may make $500 today and nothing tomorrow, but we could make $2,000 the next day. And if we just keep scaling up, and if we grow as a person, and if we grow as a manifester, you can't fail. Like, we really are creating our reality. So, like, the more we're able to believe that we're successful, and then also take the steps. Because see, another thing that this karmic masculine hated about me is because, he had created his own success through hard work, which I respect. Now I create my success through love and light. I ain't working hard over here. Okay. We working smart. We working fun. We working chill. Okay. And so he was really mad at the fact that I'm not preaching hard work. I'm preaching alignment, manifest, do what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, he was always very agitated by that. So yeah. But anyways, we're moving fast like a NASCAR, okay? So what else do we need to know about this journey? And I'm really glad about this, and I'm really gonna keep using the word initiate. We're being initiated into a higher level of service to the world. Ashe? Ten of Cups, baby. Look, we are quickly moving. We are moving towards this happiness. Do the healing. Be on the adventure. Speak your truth. Let shit go. Happiness. And the talent, though, your idea. So if you feel, because I'm a writer, and I've been a writer since I was a child, but I say you don't write for 10 years like me. Okay. You're going to feel like an idiot. You're going to be like, okay. It took a minute for me to to be able to get back into the flow of writing, which I'm still activating. Like, I have to do a journal, right? I have to just start writing down random thoughts, start making lists, and I had to start reading again. Okay, I had to start reading so that I could be smart again. But at first I was feeling dumb, but no, we can actually train our brain to do more. So reading is really important. I think that we should read, even if it's for fiction and stuff like that. It really helps our brain. And especially if we want to stay young, we gotta read. Yeah, get back into the groove. Yeah, now the bullshit is over. Now that you know what it is, and you're at level detach and move on, because we were instructed to heal and detach. This is what's keeping me sane right now. This literally. I went to look at their page, each one of them, because I wanted to know if they was getting their karma, which. It's not a great energy to be in, I know. But I felt like I was intuitively guided so that I could know. And but it was the day before I started writing. I started making my own oracle deck. It's called Bad Bitch Rules for Good Girls. And I had opened up a notebook. Notebook. And y'all, I had already written out all the cards in the notebook. I had made a list of subjects I wanted to talk about. In a TikTok series I thought I was going to do, Bad Bitch Rules for Good Girls. And I opened it up and I was just like, what? This looks like an entire oracle deck. So I started creating it, and I started feeling that fire that you get when you're creating something. And I was just like, I love this. And then I allowed myself to go get triggered. And what did it do? Fuck up my creativity. But I felt myself being like, oh my God, my energy. I felt myself falling, okay? But I climbed back up no, letting shit go. I can't answer that phone call right now because I'm here. I'll call her back. So, look, this was flipped over. Expansion. This is more Sagittarius energy, but I just really feel like we're about to grow, be enthusiastic and optimistic. Feel lucky. You can feel this is a lucky time for you right now. It's a very lucky time. Okay. So yeah, JC, I am, that's why I'm not going to look. That's why I'm not the stalker. Okay. Because, I'm too emotional for that. I like my energy. I like feeling good like I do right now. I don't like feeling sad. That's a whole, oh yeah, it is March, St. Patty's Day. So it's a lucky time. It's very lucky. Thank you, St. Patty's. Okay, I don't even really celebrate that so much, but I'm feeling the energy right now. Thank you. Yeah, I guess it's a good time to wear green and work on the heart chakra too. I heard lucky in love is what I just heard. Any more? You're like, no, that's all. So yeah, it could be lucky right now. You could actually, I mean, honestly, you could actually meet somebody that you like. Everyone is Irish on St. Patrick's. Exactly. Exactly. But I feel like we should embody that instead of being like, we're going to get fucked up at the bar tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that's what St. Patty's was about. Okay. But we could embrace the energy of luck, of finding a pot of gold, of miracles. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, expect miracles in March. Miraculous March. And it's only the 8th. We've got days to enjoy this shit. Okay? Yeah, I'm calling it in. I am. I'm glad that, like, we got that. Ooh, you might get some D. You might get lucky. Okay? This is definitely my penis card. Okay? But you're going to feel excited. Yeah, you're going to be feeling excited about life. I'm seeing the 3 of Swords, and we're putting that back. Maybe you don't want to mess with this guy. We're putting that back. I am not here for heartbreaks, okay? Okay, anything else we need to know from this deck? Ace of Swords, the truth. We are speaking on the truth that it is a lucky time, that we are being initiated, that we are healing, and we're loved and protected. I mean, it's good for us right now. I really like this reading. So it looks like we're winning the spiritual war. Okay. Just stay strong. Put on that armor. Ooh, that makes me want to read that one scripture where they're like, I'm putting on the breastplate of truth and the helmet of whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes me want to go read that that verse just so that we can, because it probably would be great alchemically. So remember, just to talk some witchy poo stuff, Freemasons use the Bible. Okay, now I know that they be on some other shit. Okay, but I think we need to recognize that because there's alchemy in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really being guided to read Psalms. Okay, and what was it? Yeah, read Psalms. There was something else I was going to say why I brought up the Freemasons. Probably because I'm like, one thing that I'm learning too, as far as warfare, is know thy enemy. Know thy enemy. So no more of this. I'm hiding. I don't want to know about it. Oh, God's got it. God is specifically telling you to know your enemy. You know what phase I feel like I'm in right now? I feel like I'm in that part in the Bible where God says, Jesus, go. Well, I need to. My nose is running. Oh. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm in that energy of where God was like, told Jesus to go hide amongst the Egyptians. Okay? He said, go hide amongst the Egyptians. And I don't know exactly like all the stories and stuff like that. That's just something that came to my mind. But I'm really feeling that, like, even though those of us who are anointed, we are set apart spiritually, we kind of all look the same. And I really feel like God is like, go learn what they do. Go see what it is. You know, it's not about like, it's like, I feel like he wants us to have all the tools to fight. You know, we can't just fight fluffy. All fluffy, fighting with our prayers. Like, God's like, no, I'm gonna need y'all to do this in the physical realm. Like, you guys are the ones that I chose to do that shit. Okay. And so I'm just feeling that energy of like, kind of go hide amongst the Egyptians, like go be in the mix. Like for me, I'm a musician. So like I said in the beginning, I stopped doing music because the devil's all up in the industry. Okay. And but now I really feel it's like, you're strong enough now. You're not going to get sucked up by the devil no more. And I'm going to protect you from anybody trying to hurt you. But I'm going to need you to go record that song that's going to speak to those hearts. That, you know, so that you could bring these people back to me. You know, bring these people. And you know how you find God? Not at the church. Okay? Inside. Inside. You know what I'm saying? Yes, I'm definitely going to be indie. I'm definitely going to be independent. And I feel like I'm going to have the financial means to not take a deal, you know? But I know that I'm also probably going to be in a position where it's like, okay, well, we'd like for you to be on our show. You want to be on our show? Well, we'd like for you to do this activity. You want to be on this activity? You know what I'm saying? So, like, even though I'm going to own my own music and that, it's like, I'm going to still have to intermingle. And so it's very important that I wear the breastplate and the helmet and all that shit. Okay? So I'm going to go read that verse so I can know exactly what those tools are. I'm so glad you were here. You actually gave me so much life, and this is definitely a message for you because your energy's all up in this. I needed you here with me too. Honestly, I did, because it's lonely for a chosen one. Okay. Thank you so much for your prayer, your love. God got me. I know this. God got you too. Okay. So put on your armor. Stay prayed up. Okay. Follow me on Instagram. It's pretty.pentacles, so we can be connected. And I'd love to, like, if you do this or something like that, I'd love to support your channel as well. Or just so that we can be a network. And yeah, like, let's get it. Let's grow. All right. I will be back on later. I appreciate you.